South Carolina, it rains a lot, but the cool thing is though, if it's just pouring, you can just hide under a shelter of some sort, and then in 5 minutes it usually goes away, which is fun. There are a lot of fireflies out there, which in the summertime, and that's just super cool. It snowed once or twice, I think. My companion threw a snowball at me and we had a little fight. It was a good snowball fight. Solid. And a lot of trees, a lot of growth. It's very humid. The winters are actually really cold, so come prepared for that. Bring a coat, bring gloves, sweaters. And then the culture loves to eat chicken, fried stuff, fried okra, sweet potato fries, sweet potato pies, sweet potato potatoes, just the works. There's some cool historical places you can go to that happen, events of the Civil War, and I always felt pretty safe. I mean, there were times it was a little scary. Dogs can be scary, but you can usually, if you have a staring contest with them, they kind of back down if you're like the alpha, like you don't look away first. I had a companion who'd always take off his backpack and use it as a shield, and the dog doesn't really know how to get past that. So that's one way of dealing with dogs. I always felt pretty safe. I know of some missionaries that kind of got into some arguments or some fights, and it's funny though because you're just smiling and laughing because you're like, I'm gonna be fine. Like everything's gonna be okay. There's a Spanish-speaking mission, and then actually in one of my areas in Spartanburg, there was a kind of a small family of Hmong speaking, I think, that culture, and we tried to teach a few of them, and that was fun. Not a lot of success, but I think a few Spanish missionaries actually had some success in learning and picking up the language. I had a water pipe bust in one of my apartments. That was crazy. I come back home one night and my ceiling is leaking out water, and we're like, oh, that's probably not a good thing. So we called the apartment complex manager people, and they turned off the water button until we had like garbage cans filling up, and some apartments have bed bugs. Luckily, I avoided those on my mission. Just barely though. Usually, I wasn't the cause, but every time I left, that house would get the bed bugs. Twice at least. But since I love chicken, there's like sometimes it smells of just chicken and death, and that's not fun, but it's a job. A lot of the people in South Carolina, they, instead of saying their STRs like strength, they would say scrape. Like, oh, I just need to walk down the straight road to pick up some strawberries. Don't get distracted, or like I'm fitting to head out, or that simply means I'm going, which I've tried to work into my vocabulary, but it's hard. I struggle with it. I had cow tongue. It was fine, but really it was just kind of weird thinking that I was chewing on cow tongue. But the taste was not that bad, it was just really chewy. So, but you can have that anywhere. Fried okra, that was good. Fried pickles, fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, fried ice cream. They fry anything, so it's good. Their mac and cheese, so good. I mean, I don't know how they do it. You just can't make that here. I think you have to be in South Carolina, make the mac and cheese, and then you'd have to bring it back here because it's just not as good anywhere. South Carolina is where I found that I loved anything with sweet potato. So good. They know how to cook in South Carolina, so that's good. You won't go hungry. I gained some pounds. You can bike it off, walk it off. So they have some nice frisbee golf places. I've never played before my mission, but I got okay. I had some really, really impressive shots. I can't show them to you though. I don't want to brag, so yeah.